Hello crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse and I am here with the Sealed for Summer collection that is themed for summer. Here is the starter set and there are these new goodies that you might want to add to your crafty stash, as well as some fabulous new wax seal bead colors. Love 12 new wax seal colors to expand on your wax seal bead color stash. And also some new wax seal stamps. And along with these sealed for summer stamps, there's also the wax seal club of the month that was just introduced this month. And even in Yana's Glimmer Glam collection, or I should say in Yana's delightful Christmas collection, there is a wax seal there. Be joyful. So I'm going to play with this one. In this video, I'm going to show you the product, show you my examples, and then we're going to do a little tutorial to learn how to do this pour of an oval and pouring of a square too, because depending on how you pour it, you might cut off one of the edge. You kind of, yeah. Okay, crafters, but before we get started on the video, I did want to have a quick sidebar because a few viewers pointed out something to me. In the classic Christmas collection, this is the Santa's Here die set. You guys saw it on my cute little pink Santa card. Well, this die set is the same die set that's in the Santa Lane collection mega card making kit from last year. The same one I couldn't find, and I guess if I found it, then I would have noticed it. I don't know where I put it. Same Santa die cuts. So if you had purchased the Santa Lane collection during the Christmas in July sale, you're going to get this Santa die set facing to the left. This Santa from the classic Christmas, this is the new collection. Santa is facing to the right. So if you love this die and you want it both facing to the left and facing to the right, but the viewers did point out that the sack is different. This is a bigger Santa sack. The other one I think is a smaller Santa sack, and he has like a where he can carry a snowman and something else. I just wanted you to know that if you do have the Santa Lane card making kit from last year, it does have a die set in there, and it does make this Santa looking left. This one looks to the right. Okay? Or maybe you want both. I just wanted to clarify that with you guys. All right, now let's get into the video. Let's get started. In this Sealed for Summer collection, there are two brand new, beautiful, gorgeous embossing folders. There is an essential layering die set. No, I love these standalone dies. You can use them in everything. So this is just another winner to add to your stash. There is also a hot foil plate with some florals and an alphabet hot foil plate, along with some fabulous new wax seal stamps. The standalone die is called the Sealed Blooming Stems. This one is a 9-piece set. This is roughly between 4.5 and 4.25 inch tall. Here's a nice sprig, 2 sets of leaves. I like the broad leaf. That's interesting. You have a bud and a bloom, and then the centers for it. Sealed Blooming Stems. So pretty. Glimmer Bouquet hot foil plate. This is 4.25 inch tall by almost 3 inches wide. It's the hot foil plate plus the coordinating die to cut out the shape. So you could either use it straight on a card front or cut out the shape and then work from there. And use some hammer mill cardstock so you can get to color it up with your alcohol markers. Next, we have the Essential Modern Oval die set. So love. You guys know I love all these essential dies. These are your foundation to help inspire you to finish off all your cards, or maybe sometimes I can make a card starting from here. Like this will inspire everything else. Gets the mojo going. The card mojo. It is reminiscent of the Essential Stylish Ovals, but different. So they both have this sort of a oblong shape. This is more what I would call an oblong. They do call it oval. This one looks more like a track and field. This one looks like oval. This one is 4.25 by 5.5. This one is 3 3/8 of an inch wide by 5.5 inch tall. So you are going to be slimmer, but still have the length of an A2, okay? Now, the beauty of these two centers here too, you can use these as rounded labels if you wish. You see it? Like they're both 1/2 inch. So those would be perfect as labels as well. But to mix these two, I don't think that would work because these are just longer. It's like this stretched out. Just different versions. So I love these stylish ovals. I also love these modern ovals. Up next, this is the Glimmer alphabet set. So you're going to get the whole alphabet from A to Z, 2 plates, some letters here and some here. And then there's coordinating dies. There is also a coordinating stencil for it. Let me show you what it looks like because that's the only sample I did not use. I had glimmered it, colored it with the wrong color. So my letters are looking more like Halloween colors. So I'm going to show you. You will glimmer it and see how it's thick, but when you put the dye on it, see how it becomes thin? For the examples I have for this video, they didn't go with that colorway. But this is what it will look like. And it does have, when you glimmer it, registration marks here to help you line up the dye. So that's really nice. Next, there are 2 beautiful embossing folders. Both folders are 3D embossing folders. This one, so love all these circles. This is the Mandala Blooms 3D embossing folder. 3D embossing folders, you would use universal plate system. This is an oversized embossing folder, 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. There's also the Floral and Vine 3D embossing folder. Look at that. Aren't they both beautiful? So they're both floral goodness, just for all your cards. They're both floral, but they're both completely different. So super love. Next, let's talk about all these new colors. We have some new reds. Classic Crimson, Magenta, 2 new greens, Matcha and Citrine, some blues. The turquoise one is Laguna. The blue here, Mystic Blue. This is more of like a royal blue, not the dark navy solid. Some of these will have that pearl luster too, which is a little bit different than the blue that was there before. But you can mix them, you can swirl them too. Purples, my favorite. Pastel Lilac, Enchanted, and Twilight Purple. This Pastel Lilac, love it so much. I already bought it twice. When you use the wax seal with it, it comes out crystal clear. I don't know what is going on with this color. I don't know if it's because it's close to white, but it's not white. It's almost like a gray, purpley. I don't know, but it just takes an impression. You don't need to take out any metallic pens and highlight this at all. You can see it clearly, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange that it's just this color. I've been noticing it like, ooh. Because see, I did a mix here. I'm going to have to color that. That's one of the square wax seal stamp. Next, in the pink colorway. So we have pink damask. This one is like a pretty light pink. The original pink is a pastel pink. So it's 2 different shades of pink. This one is more pearlescent. The other one is a matte color. So they're completely different. So if you love the pink, maybe you want to add one of these. This one is coral. And the last color in here is this beautiful driftwood. Oh, so pretty, pretty, pretty. I already went back and got myself another one. I get into factory mode and I start wax sealing. So I just like to have multiples of these wax seal beads. They're so good. And this is just, oh, uber pretty, that green. 6 new wax seal stamps. 3 are square, 2 are round, and 1 is oval. But it's hard to see it from that angle. So I'm going to go a different way. So for the squares, we have small solid square. That's this one. Then we have thanks for everything, little bit bigger. That's thanks for everything, really pretty. I went ahead and I had done the wax seal. I put some glitter in it and then it melted. So I still have to, I don't know, I need some dry flowers or something to put in this solid one. Good things that you can put in there that won't melt with the wax. Please let me know, because I was just like, once it melted away, I was like, oh, that looks crazy. It was looking like popcorn or something. Okay, crafters, I decided to pull out some examples before I go into the other stamps. This stamp set is a 3-piece wax seal stamp set. So you are going to get 1 square. Just a note, I know it's hard to read. I didn't use a metallic marker. This is a metallic marker. Everything I'm showing you, I'm detailing and linking below. I will put a link for these metallic markers. They do carry them at Spellbinders and scrapbook.com. Also, there is the For You. Love this For You. So pretty. See the 2 purples? See how you can see this one better than these 2? Isn't that weird? That's the driftwood. In the center here, I made a whole bunch of this oval flower. So pretty. This is the citrine. This is the matcha. That's the coral, Laguna, pink damask. Here is the crimson. That's like so vintage, good, clear, so pretty. But you see, which one can you still see better? For you, right? I don't know what it is about this one. I can read it a mile away. So for me, it's like, wow, and it's purple too, so hey. And then there's the birthday banner, Laguna, pastel lilac. You see the difference? You can see this without having to mark it. Like, I noticed it every time I kept on wax sealing with it. I was like, this thing is crystal clear. Maybe it's because it's like one shade from gray or something. So if they come up with a light gray, that might read like this. Just saying, maybe. Spellbinders can make some gray. That'd be kind of nice to have gray, right? And yellow. But I'm loving all these new colors. So fabulous. Now let's get into my examples. First up, this is an A2 card, and it features the sealed blooming stems. So pretty. On the stems, we're going to talk about a new product too. This is the Holiday Embellishment Collection at Spellbinders. So there are some new enamel dots. I'll show you them in a second. Here are the florals. With this one, I was playing with like a light blue, some navy, gray, and then pink. And then here, that's the Mystic Blue wax seal with the For You. Isn't that pretty? Love. And in the background, look at that Mandala Blooms embossing folder. Winner. It was such a winner. I didn't need to put anything else. I could have put the modern over here, but I was just enjoying this embossing folder so much. And the beauty of this embossing folder too, because it doesn't have a direction, meaning the pattern isn't going a certain way. Like this one does have stems and leaves. So if you turn it sideways, it's going to look like, oh, the flowers are going this way. You know what I mean? But this one is just circles. Because this embossing folder is exactly 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. If you cut it down on the 8.5 inch side at 4.25, you have two A2 panels, 4.25 wide, 5.5 inch tall. These are perfect panels. So this one gives you 2-for-1 cards, especially if you love your A2 cards. And I have another card base ready to go to build on. Do the same exact thing, just a different colorway, anything. Isn't that great? Love this one. And so pretty. Yeah. Embossed like a dream. Love, 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 love. Up next, this is card number 2. In the background, Mandala Blooms embossing folder. And then I used, I believe this is Spellbinders. This could be Lagoon cardstock. I also used the Essential Modern Ovals. This one now, I did something different. Boy, did this one just test my little patience. I layered up 2 of these pieces together. I didn't go the full length, so I may have come in about 3 down. And I did 2 beside each other, like one and the other. And I get this 1/8 of an inch round. Right here, I have acetate. So there is acetate on this piece, okay? And then on the top, I have another layer. So it's the 3D embossing folder card base. Lightly popped up is this floating acetate with brushed gold cardstock oval rim. So modern. And then I have this beautiful in the same colorway coming back here. I'll find the right cardstock and tell you which one is Spellbinders cardstock it is. I'm saying it's Lagoon, but it could be teal topaz. If it is teal topaz, it's been out of stock for a long time, but it's back in stock now. So I'm going to put it here on the screen because I have to match it with the paper pack. So I have this lightly popped up. This popped up off of my acetate. And then this Glimmer bouquet used with the coordinating die popped off of that. Oh, it's a lot of height, but not crazy height, not too much height. I use different levels of height, okay? And here I finished it off with some gold mixed gems. And in here, I use my Olo markers to color it. The Have the Nice Day, wonderful tulips. Love that sentiment. And you can use these wonderful tulips too. That also has coordinating stencils. Winning little set right there. On here, notice how the color is not looking as solid as that. I took some white pigment ink and lightly buffed here and then wiped it off with my microfiber cloth. So I have another A2 card. Normally, when I love an embossing folder, I do 5x7, but this time I am restraining. I'm coming down to the A2. But love, love, right? So pretty. And I love the brushed gold. So you could put this in a brushed gold envelope. That would be gorgeous. Let's play. And then the recipient will open it and then they slide it out. Isn't that pretty together? Love, 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 love. Brushed gold and this color. Pretty, pretty combination, right? Oh, on the inside, I did stamp something here. Hold on. I did put, have a wonderful day, thinking of you, my friend. You guys have not seen this from me in a long time. But I decided that this card just had a look that needed a sentiment on the inside immediately. This is coming back to that Spellbinders Brush Messages stamp set. Remember, this went all the way down to, oh my gosh, I think $3 for the spring cleaning warehouse sale. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And I also used it on the next card example on the inside. Happy birthday from all of us. This is a great little stamp set. Brushed Messages. Just love it. I really use this one a lot on the inside. I think it's just gorgeous on the inside. Haven't even used it really on the outside. Isn't that funny? But I think it's just so pretty. So let's go into the next card. Spellbinders Mahogany Cardstock. I did use this embossing folder. Floral and Vine. So pretty. Look at all the floral and vine goodness. And then I did a splatter with some gold metallic paint. Here is some gold mixed gems. There is the hot foil plate. I want to say this is in dark gold. And then the Sending Happiness. This hot foil set, Glimmer of the Month, illustrated floral and solid. I love the Sending Happiness with the coordinating die. It just fit perfectly. And this one, I had taken the mahogany cardstock, used the coordinating die, cut it out. Behind here, I put some matte gold cardstock in here and then pop this off. So if you see it in person, do you see it peeking out, the gold? I'm filming at night. You see it peeking out, the gold in the back? Yeah, I was trying to go with something different, but I think it gets lost with this being dark, the gold and the gold. So maybe I would have used a contrasting color there in the back. It's different, you know? Sending happiness, happy birthday from all of us. So love. Sealed for summer fun. This is the holiday embellishment collection. There is only one set in here that I did not receive from Spellbinders. It has Christmas colors, red and green. I already have like 2 in my cart. With all the options, there are 96 adhesive dots. This one is clear. And you know what I love about this? When I started to play with it, especially on this one. So instead of topping the sprig with the die cut, I went the enamel dots, which I think gives it a little fun play. I think it's so cute like that. But what I really love about this set is that the largest enamel dot is not too large. 2 thumbs up for that, Spellbinders. Like, I will use this whole enamel set because most of the time I'm always going into this and the small one, but your large one is not so big like everyone else's. Love that. So on your A2 card, when you put a big enamel dot, it kind of looks like, oh, that's a whole lot of dot. Are you guys laughing going, yes, Suzanne, I know what you're talking about. So on an A2 card, you're not getting crazy big. And then you end up saving those. I guess you use those for scrapbooking. On a 12x12, then it's fine. But you see here, it's not looking like that size. It's smaller. You know what I mean? It's not this huge thing. And I really love the sizing with this. 96 of them, but I don't have one whole roll that will sit there with the pack just going, well, can't be used in anything. I'm too big for a A2. I'm too big for a 5x7 card. I'm waiting for that 12x12 layout that she'll never do. Hopefully you're understanding my little story, but it is true. It's just a great sizing. I love that the largest one, just not too large. Next, two-tone teal. Pretty, pretty. Let's match it up. Pretty. Loving, right? What I used on the card was this one, two-tone blue. So pretty as well. You have a very light blue and then this other blue, which is light as well, but not as light as that one. So pretty. This is like a couple shades from white. Oh, look at the purples. Two-tone purple. You get a light purple and then a medium purple. So pretty. And then two-tone pink. All right, so there are these wonderful dimensional dots, which are 96 of them, and you don't have gigantic enamel dots. And I purchased this myself, the wax seal stamp adhesive circles. And I bought 2 packs, but there are 50 of them in 1 pack. I don't know why I thought it was going to be a smaller number, but the price point was so low, so I was like, you know what, let me get 2. So it's 50 1-inch double-sided adhesive circles. You can use this to seal your envelopes if you don't want to pour your wax seal directly on the envelope. I'm not interested in doing that. I've seen other people do it. I'm like, I'm just not there yet. I'll use a sticker. Isn't that nice? So I did get that. That's available. One more thing. Oh my goodness. Something else new, but I believe this is sold out. This is the Spellbinders sealed storage box. And you can put all your wax seal stamps in here like I did. This is like some of the original. I pulled out 2 because you can also put in here your handle. So if you are going somewhere, you can pack this up and travel with a whole bunch of wax seal stamps and then 1 handle. And this has a very low price point too. Also, you can put wax seal beads in here if you want to store that way. All right, now let's get into the tutorial. Okay, crafters, before I begin, remember you're using the cheapest tea light. You're not using the long burning tea light, just a regular standard little pack for probably $2 or $3 at Walmart, okay? Then trim that wick. Don't forget to trim your wick before you start. Don't cut it all the way down, but just trim it. You don't want it too high that it starts creating black soot on everything, okay? Now I'm going to put it over here, and I got this little candlelight lighter. I think I bought it at Target. Let's first start off with an oval wax seal stamp. As a matter of fact, let's go with Yana's own because I have not used this one yet. Be Joyful. And I do have 2 spoons. One comes with that starter kit, and then the other spoon, I purchased a second spoon just for, you know, speed. So this is Yana's Be Joyful. This is from her Delightful Christmas collection. Here is Crimson, and I like these plastic bags too because they help me to move faster. I'm going to put 4 in here. You could do 5, but I think 4 is enough. I know Yana said for the oval, I believe she said you could do 3, and I was like, ooh, I can't control 3. It's too small for me. I can do 4. 4 I'm good at. 3 I'm like, oh. Right. Next one, I think I want to do a mix because I did promise to show you guys how to do marble. So let's go with driftwood, which is the brown, citrine, which is the green. Let's play. Okay, crafters, ready to go. So for the oval, I go like this. Pour slowly, and I go in the shape of that oval, okay? It's a new shape for me, so I need to get a paper towel to wipe this thing out. Oh, I forgot my paper towel. All right, there we go. See? So I just went in like an oval shape. And then let me put this on in the meantime. Come now in with the Be Joyful, slowly, straight on. There. See? Let it sit for a little bit, do its thing. I'm going to do a square one. I'm going to do just a note, okay? Okay, crafters, I'm going to remove it. Look at Be Joyful. So pretty. Gently use my craft pick. Lift it up. Oh, look at that in the crimson. Isn't that pretty? Perfect for a card. Yay! Look at that oval. If you want to play with your shape, I'm not going to play with the square, but I'm going to play with the circle to show you how to kind of go not a perfect circle, okay? Again, I'm doing 4 beads. This one I'm going to marble. So pretty. I love this dark red color. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this is almost looking like it's ready to pour. Sometimes I don't let it melt like crazy because it's still hot when I'm carrying it over here anyway, and then I don't want the bubbles. All right, this one is ready to go. So now we're going to do the square. So I'm going to pour slowly to do that mix. Let it get that shape. You see what I'm doing? So I'm going slow so I can control it as much as I can. This is to give it that marble look. Put this on straight down. I think I'm going to be off in a corner. Darn, I'm going to be off. Oh, there's a bubble. Pop that bubble. Yeah, I'm going to be off on this one. Ugh, that drives me crazy. Don't forget you can use a paper towel to clean out your spoon, clean out that wax, just wipe it out. All right. Okay, see how I missed it? So I probably should have done this with 5. But the marbling isn't bothering me, but I can't remelt it because it's going to continue mixing into that weird color. All right, that one is a bust. We're going to pour that circle, but it's not going to be a perfect circle. So I kind of like to go like this. See how I'm kind of creating like a circular shape, but it's a little bit wonky? I'll do things like this. Get my circle kind of funky shaping. Like that. So now it won't be perfect. Because I noticed when there's wax seal stamps, you ever notice that those are like all different kind of shapes? They're not a perfect circle. So I like to play with the shape like that. Let's get that square one again. I'm going to go one more pink. I'm going to do 5. Just for my sanity. Here's the crimson. Isn't that pretty? Love that unique shape. Let's go with thanks for everything. They're both the same size. Looks like an inch square, okay? So I have 5 beads heating up here. Let me do Be Joyful in matcha. Don't let it cook too long or you're going to start getting a ton of bubbles, okay? This looks good enough to me. Let me put on this one. And I'm going to pour again, more in a square shape, so I can cover all the corners. You see what I'm doing? See how it's like a square shape already? Prepping it. So when I apply this, hopefully I will get all the way around. I'm kind of squishing and pressing. That's much better. And if I didn't like this, I could pour it back in and do it again. I just have solid color, which is nice. All right, so I'm going to do one more oval, and then I'm going to say that's it. Let this sit here and cool off nicely. Is that a huge bubble? Is this a huge bubble? There, that's a huge bubble. No, no, no. We don't want that. Just had a gigantic bubble, crafters. Oh, look how pretty that is. I'll show you in a second. Let me do the pour here. So let's now go with this oval pour. Again, I like to do my pour in the shape of. You can do a little wonk here if you want, and a little wonk up here if you want. See how it's a little bit wonky on 2 of the ends? Give me the flowers. Okay, crafters, here's the floral with the matcha. Isn't that pretty? Like this doesn't even need to have the metallic marker on it, right? It's just so pretty by itself. And then you put it with the florals and maybe some twine or use the seal twine dye. Winner. Alrighty, moving on. I think I want to do this matcha in Yana Zone. Okay, crafters, obviously I'm starting factory mode, but I will continue playing and I'm going to end the video here. Like I said, everything will be detailed and linked below. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to continue wax sealing because I just can't help it once it starts going and the pot is hot and everything is happy. Just keep going. Alrighty, crafters. Thanks for everything. Stay crafty, my friends. Bye.